How's it going, everyone? It's Abdallah here, bringing you guys another tips and tricks tutorial video for the Crown Tundra DLC within Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Today, we're going to be doing a deep dive to teach you guys the differences between the two legendary horses within the game so that you guys can make a more educated decision when you are presented with choosing one or the other. Yeah, you heard me right. You can't get both of them. You're going to need to trade if you do want both. But by the end of this video, you guys will absolutely have a very good determination of whether or not you want to go with the Ice-type Glastrier, who's more of a physical attacking, very bulky horse, or do you want to go with the Glass Cannon Spectrier, who's a ghost type that focuses on speed and special attack. Alright, well, we're going to deep dive into it, so thanks so much for watching. Alright, so if you guys didn't already, take a look at my main channel page over here. Super simple. I would love it if you guys would hit that subscribe button. We are very, very close to 1 million. I'd love to have you guys on board. It would be amazing. So as you guys can see over here, we have tons of Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield content. The Crown Tundra expansion is just about done, and we're focusing on tips and tricks tutorial videos. So I'd love it if you guys would come on board. So we're going to start this video off by giving you guys a little bit of a refresher course on how exactly you're going to catch this specific Pokemon. Now, if you guys didn't already see my video on how to get Calyrex, definitely take a look at that because it has all the information for you. But the TLDR is pretty much do the entire Calyrex quest. And that is going to be one of your first mysteries that you solve. Depending on which kind of carrots you sow in the ground, you will either get Glastrier, the Ice type, or you will get Spectrier, the Ghost type. So since we're talking about Glastrier, let's jump into the deep dive for this Pokemon and see exactly what is going on with him. Now, you'll notice that it is a solo Ice typing, and that is absolutely fun. Like, Ice typing is great against dragons, and of course flying types, etc, etc. But the beauty about this is the base stats. So the base stat total is going to be 580, and you'll notice that with the base stats of this Pokemon, your HP is going to be at 100. You have the attack stat, which is going to be at 145, which is a huge attack stat. Defensive stat is going to be at 130, so very, very physically bulky. Special attack stat is going to be very poor at 65. Special defense is at 110, so very good. And the speed stat is only 30. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. So that's fine because this Pokemon is slow, but it's very bulky, has some very good HP, and very good physical attacks. Now, if you take a look over here at its ability, it's called Chilling Neigh. Now, think of the ability called Moxie, where as soon as you knock out one Pokemon, you're going to get a one-stage physical attack boost. It's the exact same thing. It's called Chilling Neigh, so don't even worry about that. Now, when it comes to moves for this Pokemon, there's a huge move set and a very, very good move pool. So right now, I'm just going to talk to you guys about some notable ones that I've looked up, and they're going to be really good. So give it a shot. All right, so hear me out. So since this Pokemon is more along the lines of a physical attacker, a bulky physical attacker, you're definitely going to want to invest in a couple different items to equip. You can run a Choice Band set, which boosts the physical attack of your Pokemon. You could do Life Orb, or if you want to go full bulk, you could definitely use Leftovers in order to mitigate some of that damage. Now, as far as notable moves, you've got a couple moves that you can boost up your Pokemon with. He has access to Swords Dance, which gives you the +2 in attack. He also has access to the Iron Defense, which gives +2 to defense as well. Now, when it comes to Dark-type physical moves, you can have a whole bunch of options, actually. You can do Payback, you can do Assurance, and both those moves are pretty much based off of you getting hit or going last. And since you have a base speed stat of 30, you're going to get that anyway, so that's really boosted like that. As far as an ice move goes, same type attack bonus, you're probably going to go with Icicle Crash. That's a really good one. Or you can do Avalanche either way. Those are both great. Now, if you're looking at more type coverage, you can do ground typing with either the two moves High Horsepower or Bulldoze. Those are awesome ones. This thing even learns Outrage, which is a dragon type move. It learns Mega Horn, which is a bug type move. It also learns Crunch, dark type, and two fighting type moves in the forms of Superpower and Body Press. Now that's really good. That's a wide move pool that you can easily slap Life Orb on or Expert Belt and do a lot of work. So I love how wide that move pool is. And it makes Glastrier amazing. So now one of the gimmicks about Glastrier is that you need to know that with Calyrex, you're going to be able to go into Bag, go over to the Reigns of Unity, use this item with Calyrex and Glastrier, and then now you will have Ice Rider Calyrex. Now with Ice Rider Calyrex, you're pretty much having both of these Pokemon combined. That means that their base stat totals are absolutely through the roof, by 100 extra base stats, and that's amazing. So let's take a look at the summary of this bad boy. You can see over here that it now changes its typing to Psychic and Ice. So there's a little bit more weaknesses and a little bit more resistances if you think about it. Now, right over here, its ability is called As One, meaning that it takes the ability of Calyrex, which is Unnerve, which allows no Pokemon to use berries on the field, and then it also gives you another ability, which is its previous Moxie, which is the Chilling Neigh ability. 2 abilities in one, which is so good. Anyway, you'll also notice over here that as soon as you learn or fuse these guys together, you're going to get the signature move called Glacial Lance. 5 power points, Ice, which is same type attack bonus, but right over here, you'll see that it is a physical attack with 130 base power. That is so good. And of course, taking account into same type attack bonus, that is through the roof. Like, that is a really wonderful move. So that is your special move over here. So other than that, now that you have Calyrex on board, this Pokemon has a lot of notable moves added to the entire move pool. Now, keep in mind, you're going to want to be focusing on making sure that you're using physical moves, because if you take a look at the base stat totals for the Ice Rider Calyrex, you're going to see that it is going from 580 to 680. HP stays the same at 100. You're going to get a 20 bonus to attack, so 165 on attack. You're going to get 150 to defense. You're going to get 85 to special attack, but you're not going to use that stat at all. Special defense gets plus 20 at the 130, and then speed gets 50. So, like, it honestly doesn't matter. A 50 base speed is not outspeeding really anything. So it's still slow, but it's a lot more bulky, and it hits a lot harder. So let's take a look at some notable moves. I would say really good on this Pokemon is Light Screen and Reflect. Like, I really enjoy Light Screen and Reflect simply because you can be bulky, you can take a hit, and then this will allow you to, you know, put on the item Light Clay so that you can have even more turns of added defense on special defense and regular defense. So really awesome. If you want to go even more bulk, you can use Leech Seed, which is one move that will continuously replenish. And then if you partner that up with Leftovers, you have so much passive healing. Other than that, you notice that his speed stat is at like 30 before transformation and 50 after. So if you wanted to run a Trick Room set, you can absolutely do so and then hit very hard because these speeds are going to be reversed in Trick Room. So that's great. If you want to look at crippling an opponent, he has access to Trick. You can do Speed Swap, which is something that'll just swap the speed stat of yourself and your opponent because everyone's going to be faster than this thing. You also have access to Heal Pulse if you really want to use it in max raid battles. You have access to Solar Blade or Seed Bomb, which is more grass coverage if you really wanted to. And now that you're a Psychic type, you also have access to Zen Headbutt. So I really like this Pokemon a lot. I think that it is amazing as far as bulky goes. So now let's take a look at the other side of things, which is going to be our Spectrier. So we're going to head on over here, and I'm going to unfuse these two simply by going over to the Reigns of Unity, using it on this Calyrex, and boom, they are separated. Really easy, really easy. So the polar opposite is going to be Spectrier. Now, I know I really hyped up the Glastrier, but we're going to talk about Spectrier for a little bit. Let's check out the summary, shall we? Okay, so over here, it is a solo ghost typing, and as you can see from over here, this is just going to be the entire base stats, and I'll go over them right now. It's 580 base stats, so equal to its counter type. We'll also see over here that HP is at 100, equal to its counter. 65 attack stat, so you're really not going to be using that. 60 defensive stat, so very frail. 145 special attack stat, which is really big. Special defense is at 80, which is a little squishy. And then speed stat is at 130. 130 speed stat. You're going to be outspeeding everyone with this guy. So the ability is going to be the exact same thing as Moxie, but it's going to be based off of special attacks. So what you really want to do is focus on getting the KOs. So as soon as you KO a Pokemon, you're going to get a +1 in special attack. So keep that in mind for its ability. Now, I would say any kind of equip items for this thing would be really good, such as like Choice Specs. Choice Specs boosts the power of your special attacks, but locks you into one thing. And if you do a Choice Specs Shadow Ball and get a KO, it's just going to be a big snowball that'll run through different Pokemon. If you really wanted to surprise people, you can also do Choice Scarf to make sure that you outspeed everyone. You can also do Life Orb too, or Expert Belt, or whatever you want to do. All right, anyway, so as far as moves go, moves are pretty decent for this guy. I mean, his move pool is actually very shallow. So let's talk about boosting moves. The very first boosting move you can do is going to be Nasty Plot, which boosts your special attack stat by 2 stages. It also does Calm Mind, which is really good. So you're boosting your defenses, and yeah, that's really good. So feel free to do that. Another one of the things that I like to do for this specific Pokemon is Substitute and Disable. Now, it's definitely one of my combos that I love using on very fast Pokemon, simply because on the first turn, you can use Substitute, and then you can dodge any kind of status effects. If someone comes over here and hits you with a Dark-type move or a Ghost-type move, you can then outspeed them next turn and then disable it for them. So that takes up 2 move slots, and it's very, very handy, so I love that. Other than that, if you want to cripple a physical attacker, you can use Will-O-Wisp. You can use Shadow Ball as same type attack bonus. You can use Mud Shot even for a little bit of ground coverage. Or if you're in doubles, you can run Snarl or even Dark Pulse. I mean, Dark is kind of redundant with Shadow Ball, but either way. So I like him. I like him a lot. Sub-Disable is probably what I would run with Mud Shot and Shadow Ball, honestly. So now that we're taking a look at this, let's fuse these two together and see exactly what happens when that happens. I'm so excited because, like, you gain a lot of information and a lot of moves with fusing these two guys together. Let's take a look. So now that we fuse them together, we now have Ghost Rider. And Ghost Rider is real cool because you are so fast, you're blazingly fast. And you're going to do a lot of special attacking damage. So right off the bat, we've got this Ghost Rider. You'll notice over here that the typing is going to be Psychic. Psychic is going to be a little rough because right now, if you get hit by a Ghost type attack or a Dark type attack, you're going to take 4 times as much damage. So you need to make sure that you stay away from that. So other than that, you can see over here that speed is going to be really, really key to this. Simply because you want to outspeed everything and continue to destroy them and get your as one ability, which is kind of like the previous one. You're going to have Unnerve plus the Grim Neigh ability. So a lot of things happening over here. Now, I'll take a look at the base stat totals. It goes from 580 to 680, so you're gaining 100 base stats. HP is going to be the same at 100. Attack is going to be at 85. You're not going to use it. Defense is going to be at 80, so still very squishy. Special attack is going to be at 165, which is amazingly strong. Special defense is at 100, so mediocre. And then, of course, speed stat is going to be at base 150. You're going to be outspeeding tons of Pokemon in order to get those KOs and snowball this Grim Neigh ability. It's going to be really good. So, again, same items as before. Choice Specs, Choice Scarf, Life Orb can do some really good work for you. He's relatively frail, so you don't really want to focus on items like citrus berries or leftovers. You want to get these KOs and get them going. So, taking a look at this, your notable move is going to be your special move over here. It's a ghost type. You have 5 attacks on it, and it is going to be called Astral Barrage. It's kind of like the Glacial Lance, but a little bit weaker. But you'll also see that it's a special attack, and it's just a ghost attack, 120 base power. Incorporating same type attack bonus is 180 right off the bat, which is amazing. So strong. All right, so other than that, you want to take a look at other notable moves on this moveset simply because you have a lot more things that you can do if you decide to pair up with Calyrex. So that's going to be a lot of things. I mean, you can indeed run Light Screen or Reflect, which can help out with dual screens. I mean, if you get the prediction right on first turn, you can easily do it. But of course, you're kind of squishy, and if you get the calculation wrong and they use the opposite one that you put up a screen, you may take a lot of damage and lose your Pokemon. So that's okay. One of the next things that you may want to do is Guard Swap. It's just another status thing that you can swap your defenses with your other opponent and then just proceed to sweep from there. Imagine if you get a Guard Swap with like a really bulky Pokemon on turn 1, and then now you have so much defense, and then you can proceed to sweep them with even more special attacks. It's great. Other than that, you can cripple them with Trick. I like doing Trick Scarf. Trick Scarf's pretty cool. Like if you're holding onto a Choice Scarf or a Choice Specs, you can Trick by swapping items with your opponent, and then they're crippled and locked into one move, and then you can continue to capitalize on them. Other than that, you do have some more coverage in the form of Giga Drain right over here, or if you don't like the ability of Giga Drain, you want something else, you can also do Energy Ball. So you got Grass type coverage here. You'll also have the ability to use Psychic, which is going to be same type attack bonus, or you can use the other one, which is Psy Shock, which narrows down towards the enemy's physical defense. So really good at breaking different walls. Other than that, you do have Draining Kiss, which is going to be a fairy type move. And one of my big ones, don't sleep on this, is actually Stored Power paired up with Calm Mind. Oh my gosh, Calm Mind, Stored Power. Imagine, right? So as soon as you use Calm Mind, you're going to get even more boost towards your defenses. And then what Stored Power does is it takes all of your boosts that you have and it attacks with it. So not only that, but it's also same type attack bonus with Psychic. It's so good. So keep on Calm Minding up right at the beginning, right? Or do a guard swap. Calm Mind. You can do the Stored Power and just proceed to sweep. Because then, once you secure a KO, your Moxie built in is going to give you even more boost, which will even then give Stored Power even more power. Oh my gosh, it's just so good. Alright, so that's about 18 minutes of me talking about how great these Pokemon are. At the end of the day, who are you going to choose? It's really up to you guys and what you want on your team. You're going to have to take a look at exactly what kind of team Pokemon you need, right? Do you need someone very fast? Do you need someone fast and furious and a very good special attacker, right? If you need something like that, then by all means, go at Spectrier. Like, this Pokemon is amazing, and I'm so excited to use one of the sub-disable sets on just the horse alone, or using a Stored Power with Calm Mindset. Like, I'm very excited for that. As far as Glastrier, I'm also excited for it too, because it's bulky, and it can run dual screens, and it can just keep on getting passive healing with Leech Seed, and it has tremendous physical attack. Like, there's so many good things about it. So anyway, guys, I'm going to leave the option up to you guys. They're both very good in their merits, so make sure that you guys are on board with discussing it even further in the comment section below. Talk about what items you'd use. What are the 4 moves that you're going to use? What about your EV spread? Your EV spreads could be anything, like maxing out full HP on Glastrier, or Spectrier maxing out full special attack, maybe a little bit of HP, maybe even go all in on speed so you're guaranteed to outspeed every living thing. Anyway, so there's just some theory modding for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. That's a lot of information. So anyway, if you guys, again, did not take a look at the playlist, please go ahead and do so. It is absolutely imperative that you take a look and you watch what exactly we're going on over here. So I enjoyed it. This game's really fun. I love talking about Pokemon with you guys. So make sure that you guys are on board with hitting that subscribe button. I'd love to have you guys on board. It'd be awesome. We're on the road to 1 million, and having each and every one of you guys really means the world to me. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. All right, let me know. I'm looking forward to reading all your comments in the comment section below. Show me your movesets. Show me your EV spreads. Like, what are you going to do? Which one are you going to choose? It's up to you guys. But I gave you guys all the information. But it's going to be fun. All right. Have a good one. I hope this video helps. If it did, be sure to smash that like button. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.